video we are going to see what is normalization and what is standardization. So ये दोनों टेक्निक्स हैं जो कि हम यूज़ करते हैं टू कन्वर्ट इनपुट्स इनटू स्मॉलर वैल्यूज़. सो सपोज़ हमारे पास लार्जर वैल्यूज़ होंगे तो उनको कंप्यूट करने के लिए हमको टाइम भी बहुत लगेगा और रिसोर्सेज भी ज़्यादा लगेंगे. सो वी आर हैविंग एन ऑप्शन टू कन्वर्ट दोज वैल्यूज़ इनटू स्मॉलर वैल्यूज़ so we can minimize the calculation and also save the resources. So the first one is normalization. In normalization we scale the data between 0 and 1 only. So suppose we are having data in range of 1 to 2000. So after scaling all the values we will only get the input in the form of 0 and between 1. Okay, so in this way we perform normalization. So the basic formula for normalization is x minus minimum of x upon x max minus x mean. So we will see them in the code also. So next we are going to see what is standardization. So standardization is nothing but the process of converting data into smaller values, same like normalization, but the difference between both of these is that in normalization we are having a strict range that is between 0 and 1, but in standardization there is no specific range. The value can be greater than 0 or less than 0 also. In if we consider 1, then it can be greater than 1 or less than 1 also. So it does not have specific range. But the main point in standardization is that the mean of all the data is equal to 0 always. That means if we calculate the mean of the values of the standardized values, then it would be 0 only. So if the mean is 0, we can say the data is standardized. Okay, so in this way these both are defined. So now we will see the actual implementation of normalization and standardization with the help of code. So this would be our code. So first we require two models or methods, we can say, to convert the input into normal form and a standard form. So first we will require min max scalar for normalization and another is standard scalar for standardization. Okay, also we will require numpy, so we are importing it. Next we have created a sample data which is basically a array in numpy. So it is having 4 values 10, 20, 30, 40. We have taken this as sample data. Next we are going to use the min max scalar. Okay, so here we have stored it in the min max variable. Next directly we have used this function which is fit and transform. Basically fit transform consists two methods, which is fit and transform. So we have used them together to transfer the data into normalized form. So next we have printed the normalized data. So when we will run this code, we will get the actual normalized values of these input, which are 10, 20, 30, 40, which will be in 0 and 1 in between only. So next in standardization, we have first used the standard scalar and stored it into the standard variable, and next we have used that variable, and after that we have used one method which is fit transform, and in that we have passed our data, which was our sample data here, and we have stored the result into standardized variable. And next we are going to print here the standardized variable, which will be having the standardized values of the sample data. So when we run this code, we are getting the values. Here we can see that in normalized data the values are in between 0 and 1, and if we see here in standardized data the values are near about 0. Also some values are in negative, also some values are greater than 1. So this is the basic idea behind this. And if we calculate the mean of standardized data, if we add all the 4 values and divide them by 4, we will get their mean as 0, because in standardization the data lies with respect to 0 only, means the data is close to 0 only. So in this way we have seen what is normalization and what is standardization and why we do this. So now we are going to see a real-time example so we can get a clear idea of normalization and standardization and why we are going to use it. So let's consider an example in which we are having a variable of salary. So suppose it consists of large value like 10 lakh. Okay, and another small value is like hours, which is equal to 5 hours. So if we train the model, then the large feature dominates the model, means the salary will dominate the model as compared to the hours. So we need to scale the large value into smaller values so that the larger features don't dominate the model. Okay, so this is the major reason why we are using normalization and standardization. Thank you.